But why is it, why not strategic? I thought I'd attack it in a different way. So one is being strategic, project management being strategic. But why not strategic, and what is it today? It's globally, but also in India predominantly. Then when Raj asked how many of us are from IT, and also majority are from the IT industry and all that. So the industry has actually compelled us to learn more of project management and all, but it has not really happened by default. So why not strategic? And what is it? What is it that we do as project manager? I was myself a project manager, but those days there was no PMI or anything like that. So when I first attempted to take a, how many are PMPs here, by the way? Correct. So when I first attempted to take a PMP mock test of 200 questions, there was no need for me to become a PMP in my role anyway. I would stop work after another 5-6 years, hopefully. I didn't tell my wife about this, but so when I thought of taking this PMP exam, so first time when I took a mock test, principle was that if I understand this question, then I will answer it. Now we'll figure out whether it's right or wrong later on, but we'll figure out later. But if I understand the question, I'll answer it, otherwise I'll not answer. So with that, I first took a mock test without referring to PMBOK, and I got great marks. So I answered 60 out of 200 questions, which I recognized that, okay, this is something I have done in my past life in 20 years and thought that I was managing projects. So I answered 60 out of 200 in that mock test, and I validated with the key, and I got 25, 26 correct. So in effect, I got 13%. Utter flop. Utter failure. So I would have to read that PMBOK 200 times in order to come anywhere close to what is it. But I realized when we actually, when I went back and looked at the, forget about the questions I was not aware, but the ones which I answered wrongly, and which is possibly the same experience with many of you. So there is a lot to be unlearned, then learn some new things and all. So unlearning is extremely difficult, especially if you are coming from a lot of old practices, and then we say now it's a management discipline, project management, and also there's a lot more to learn. While there is something to learn, but there's always something to unlearn. If you don't unlearn, then we will never learn a new thing at all. So as a project manager, so what's happening typically for a project manager? We are very, I'll show just a couple of slides. We are very focused on what my project is and whether we are achieving that goal. Now, whether assuming that whatever that 10% of the projects globally are successful.